Reproduction in Organism. Continued 1.1 Asexual Reproduction Apomixis. In this method, a single individual parent is capable of producing offspring. As a result, the offspring that are produced are not only identical to one another but are also exact copies of their parent. Are these offspring likely to be genetically identical or different? The term clone is used to describe such morphologically and genetically similar individuals. Let us see how widespread asexual reproduction is among different group of organisms. Asexual reproduction is common among single-cell organisms and in plants and animals with relatively simple organization. In protists and monerans, the organism or the parent cell divides by mitosis into two to give rise to new individuals. Thus, in these organisms, cell division is itself a mode of reproduction. Many single-cell organisms reproduce by binary fission, where a cell divides into two halves and each rapidly grows into an adult. Example: amoeba, paramecium. In yeast, the division is unequal and small birds are produced that remain attached initially to the parent cell, which eventually get separated and mature into new yeast organism cells. Under favorable conditions, the amoeba withdraws its pseudoporia and secretes a three-layered hard covering or cyst around itself. This phenomena is termed as incestation. When favorable conditions return, the encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission and produces many minute amoeba or pseudopodia spores. The cyst wall bursts out and the spores are liberated in the surrounding medium to grow up into many amoebae. This phenomena is known as sporulation. Members of the kingdom fungi and simple plants such as algae reproduce through special asexual reproductive structures. The most common of these structures are zoospores that usually are microscopic motile structures. Other common asexual reproductive structures are conidae, penicillium, birds, hydra, and gemmules, sponge. You have learnt about vegetative reproduction in plants in class 9. What do you think? Is vegetative reproduction also a type of asexual reproduction? Why do you say so? Is the term clone applicable to the offspring formed by vegetative reproduction? While in animals and other simple organisms, the term asexual is used unambiguously. In plants, the term vegetative reproduction is frequently used. In plants, the units of vegetative propagation such as runner, rhizome, sucker, tuber, offset, bulb are all capable of giving rise to new offspring. These structures are called vegetative propagules. Obviously, since the formation of these structures do not involve two parents, the process involved in us is asexual. In some organisms, if the body breaks into distinct pieces, fragments, each fragment grows into an adult capable of producing offspring, example hydra. This is also a mode of asexual reproduction called fragmentation. You must have heard about the scourge of water bodies or about the terror of Bengal. This is nothing but the aquatic plant water hyacinth, which is one of the most invasive weeds found growing wherever there is standing water. It drains oxygen from water, which leads to the death of fishes. You will learn more about it in chapters 13 and 14. You may find it interesting to know that this plant was introduced in India because of its beautiful flowers and shape of leaves. Since it can propagate vegetatively at a phenomenal rate and spread all over the water body in a short period of time, it is very difficult to get rid of them.